think there really is such a thing as internet crime. At least very little that's a victim crime. People don't jump through the internet and through, the phone lines and reach out and grab a kid and hurt them. Sometimes they do have them do things on the webcam that's illegal, but primarily, internet is the best tool there ever was made, ever, for grooming children. Child predators know that. This is like their ultimate dream. No longer do they need to be the dirty old man in the trench coat with a lollipop and a puppy sitting in the playground, right? They're pretty easy to spot. They can sit in the comfort of their own living room and groom children. That's what the internet is. And I think we need to come to the understanding that that's really all the internet is. It's just a grooming tool, because that demystifies it a little. I want to drive home that that's what the internet is all about. Massive information availability, instant and constant contact and communication. Going back to that time I was doing some undercover stuff on Yahoo, just for training purposes, so many people offered to send me cell phones. Quickly, or do you have a cell phone we can communicate with? Why do you think they did that? So that they can groom continuously. They know that, if you're in school, you can send a text message, hey, I miss you. Or wherever. They can always get a hold of the victim. It's now gotten to the point where there's constant and instant communication, and it's made grooming all of the much easier. I remember I wrote a Facebook article for my wife. She's got a magazine called Mom Magazine in the Tri-Cities, and she and her publisher asked me to write a Facebook article. Their target audience is kids 12 and under. But I wrote a Facebook safety article anyway, because, kids 12 and under are on Facebook. The uproar was amazing. People writing in saying, I can't believe how irresponsible you are, writing an article about Facebook safety. No one under the age of 12 should ever be on Facebook. How irresponsible is your magazine? Okay. Let's not be apathetic or be blind about anything, but kids are on Facebook. Especially if they have their cell phone, they're on Facebook. It's free, and kids, yes, they know how to check the box saying they're 13. Really, they do. It's funny, they don't teach them in school or anything like that, but they know how to check that box. Yes, I'm 13. Even if we put under penalty of perjury, I don't think it would change a thing. I'm sorry for anybody who's got some thoughts about doing that, but I think that's what the kids are on. So we need to talk about how to do it safely. Because Facebook and things like that really immerse kids in the socialization arena of the internet and really make grooming easy. Let's talk about that. I mean, what has Facebook done for relationships? Even us adults, we know that Facebook makes us feel like we talk to our relatives all the time, right? So we don't call them, we don't visit them, we just comment on their Facebook posts. Like, hey, I talked to everybody today, I'm awesome. Meanwhile, and I've got 5,000 friends now? That's awesome. What has that done? It's really watered down the idea of relationships, right? It's really widened the pool, and it's made it about, this deep. What does that do for kids? It makes them feel like relationships are a commodity. They can walk away, don't like that person anymore, unfriend, haha. Do they go and deal with things? No, they just unfriend them. I don't hear from them anymore. Cool. It's made so that the relationships don't mean as much. It makes it so they're not as close to the people who are supposed to protect them. It makes it so that predators can get them to come into a relationship much easier. So that's what I think about Facebook. It's good to an extent, but it's really helped us water down the idea of relationships. It's made it a commodity. Bragging rights. Number of friends. It's made it superficial. But it's also made it so that predators can gain so much in-depth information about people they want to, or kids they want to groom. They can watch their posts. Boy, kids will post about everything. I mean, I can tell you, like I mentioned, I was in D.C. for a week with teenagers. They live on Facebook. I found things out about them on Facebook when they were around the corner quicker than I could by looking at them. Looking at a hat I might buy right now. Oh, you looking at a hat? Okay, awesome. That's how they operate. They'll tell the world everything. And they think, oh, only my friends can see that. Oh, really? How often do you think kids say no when someone comes along wanting to friend them? Never. Unless you talk to them, of course. I had a friend who was telling me the other day, really disturbing conversation with my daughter. She's 14, used to babysit for us. My kids love her. My son, who was 7 at the time, asked her to marry him one day. Anyway, cute. He had a conversation with her that was disturbing for him because he said, "Hey, Nicole, I notice you have a lot of friends on your Facebook page. Do you know all of them?" And she says, "Oh, of course not, Dad." Really? Why did you say yes to being a friend? You can click no, right? Oh, Dad, that'd be so rude. I wouldn't do that. We need to talk. Of course, yeah, the father-daughter talk. But by that time, she had hundreds of friends she didn't know. Each of them who had access to all her photos, all her information about her family, everything that she liked, didn't like, did, etc., 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 etc.